not all young people are criminalised, you know? We should really be aware that we shouldn't put young black men into that compartment and say, if they're hanging out on the street, they're a problem. They're not, by no means. You know, and time again in my career, I've spoken to people, criminals and otherwise, who quite frankly have put a huge amount of effort into their field. I'll talk about criminals now. And if you can divert that energy, you know, some of these drug dealers, some of these robbers, some of these people committing serious offences, the organisation, the effort they're putting into their criminal activities is more than people running small firms, you know?
Stress that something's got to be done, either in schools, anything in the community. It's got to be sorted. There's too many young people dying.
Well, I think as long as Hollywood and Britain are prepared to spend millions, if not billions of dollars throughout the course of every year, promoting films that show crime and violence as being part of the main theme of the film. For example, walking by the British Science Museum recently, I saw that at least 4 films had exactly the same kind of advert to them, showing you a very black, kind of blue background and showing you the main characters holding shotguns and revolvers or whatever in the centre of the picture, like Sweeney, Lawless, Killing Them Softly, Looper. All those films involve really violent scenes where people are blowing each other away with shotguns. Well, how can that kind of diet go into people's minds on a constant basis? Because don't forget, it's not a question of just watching the film, seeing it once and forgetting about it. They'll go and buy the DVD in Blu-ray or whatever it's called, and they'll watch it 100 times in a year. So that way it's totally programming a person to believe that the remedy for any particular problem, whether it's economic disorder, like you owe mortgage on your house, or your family's breaking up for some reason to do with economics, then you're going to think that violence is the way out of it, because it's a Nietzschean teaching about survival of the fittest, or kill or be killed. You know, it's kind of like top dog rules kind of thing. And the obviously a lot of the violent music, the rapping music that's around, kind of supports that. You know, so. You know, all these films, including that Bond film, have got scenes of violence in them. I mean, the Bond film ends in a really violent scene where everything's been obliterated, you know. So, you know, how can you keep programming society with that kind of violence and not actually get back that kind of violence? You reap as you sow, says the Bible.
That's the thing that I think is such a kind of, is a warning.
If you can just challenge that energy and put it into a positive area, we're going to achieve great things.